Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much. So, welcome to my Attention Economy podcast. And over here, I feature, entrepreneurs such as yourself who are, creating new horizons for people who are associated with their enterprise and also taking strides in various directions, especially with emphasis on gaining traction
Mm.
in attention economy. As you know, the attention has become sort of a currency these days, and the old adage of Hollywood, that what eye level is the buy level, whatever you
Right.
out of your sight and out of your mind thing,
Yes,
right
yeah.
now coming, around full circle. So tell me a little bit. I saw your exposure has been diverse and from hospitality industry to loads of different ventures,
Yeah.
project management, and now full stack developer. So just escort me through your journey.
So yeah, lots of different things. I yeah, hospitality was cabin crew. I just wanted to travel. That was a really fun job.
Yep.
But I had a son, and I missed him a lot when I was away.
Right.
So I was in the civil service, um, and I think COVID hit,
Hmm.
and I decided to, I always wanted to make apps and have them. It was very expensive to have them made at that time. I think
Right.
it was 2016, like the MVPs were about £75,000.
Right.
Um, so I thought during COVID, when there was just so much time,
Hmm.
I learned how to code
Great.
with, yeah. So I did full stack, but mainly front end and a bit of back end.
Hmm.
And then found a job as a DevOps engineer. I just trained as a DevOps engineer,
Hmm.
but the department was disbanded, so I moved into um, project management instead.
Hmm.
But I left that. I don't really feel very suited to the corporate world.
Okay.
So yeah, I just prefer to work for myself. My son's a high functioning autistic, and I think I am too. So I find it very draining to
Hmm.
be in an office environment with lots of
Right.
different people,
Right.
different personalities, and having to navigate it. It's very because communication doesn't come naturally to autistic people.
Right.
What you find second nature, I have to figure out. So if only if I experience an
Mm.
emotion will I know the other person's feeling it.
Right. Yeah. My
So
my
that was quite draining.
my son
Sorry.
is also on
Oh,
spectrum.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. High
Yeah.
functioning.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And with me, I had a bit of epilepsy as well when I was small. So
Okay.
yeah, and then when again, like yourself, I do a million things as well, and people are like surprised how I manage everything, starting from my PhD to my four music albums
Oh,
and
wow.
comedy and multiple books and so many different things. But yeah, so it's all hyperactivity. I said I think
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
Sorry.
like laser focus when you're interested in something, you become obsessive about
Oh
it.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That becomes a fuel to fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry I interjected about my son's spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I left another project management role. It was an assistant project management role.
Hmm.
Just 6 weeks in, it was in the office 5 days a week, and my mental health was really suffering.
Hmm.
So I thought, let me work for myself. And also with the AI just becoming so prolific,
Yes.
and it can do everything, can't it? And it will eventually there'll be software with like one-stop shops for
Right.
everything any enterprise will need. So
Right.
yeah, it's so much easier to work for ourselves,
Yep.
and not have to and have a good work-life balance as well, because the
Right.
AI is just it's like a what 10, 20, 100 person team.
Right. 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 I mean, when you talk about generative AI, I think the area the most people can benefit is, I mean, the entrepreneurs are people who can take the maximum benefit of it because
Yeah.
the thing is, like you have a technical background as well in terms of coding, but I listen to a lot of technical people who own these amazing apps and are millionaires and whatever, and they realize down the road that if they had concentrated on their entrepreneurial side of things, then it their enterprise would have excelled a lot, and they would
Right.
have excelled a lot, and they
Yeah.
would in turn have better products because when you said that, just now realized that usually people have kind of a pessimistic view towards AI in general. But in this specific context, there is an incredible potential and scope of using generative AI to foster various processes and procedures and find new avenues to create new market offerings. Because at the end of the day, entrepreneurship is like stirring the pot, and
Hmm.
everything is there, and the entrepreneur basically stirs the pot and make sure all the ingredients are there, and
Hmm.
it cooks in the for the right time.
Hmm.
So yeah, it does, and solopreneur sort of myself as well. Sometimes it gets hard to stay motivated. So generative AI is like your big bro, or your like the Big Brother show in England, and
Yes.
or a technical advisor, so to say, because
Yeah.
you can ask them things that you cannot ask. Either you'll have to pay a lawyer for that, and
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, or if it's medical, you have to get a telehealth guy
Hmm.
on the other side. So it really helps because most of the time solopreneurs are solving a puzzle, in a gamified way
Hmm.
to make sense of the grand scheme of events going on, shuffling profitability with cost, and then trying to invent or pioneer new ways of thinking. So
Hmm.
when it comes to the basic decision making and problem solving, generative AI does add a lot of value in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It's like a sounding board, isn't it? In so many ways. I think you definitely need that human input. It's more for me, it's more like an assistant or a junior developer. I can come up with more creative coding solutions than the generative AI will,
Yes.
at the moment anyway. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think the human still definitely is going to be needed. But I
mean,
think with it taking over so many jobs, I think for the future, I think a lot more people will be these one person businesses.
yes, that's right. And I think,
Yeah, it's going to be a necessity.
yes, a necessity, and also like you're saying that it will pave a way for more efficiency and productivity,
Exactly. Yeah.
because yeah, because more people will then focus on creating new things, and
Yes.
feeding their creativity more. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that will lead to more satisfaction, whether it is on a commercial level, whether it is on a personal level, because the basic chores will be handled, the business procedures will be handled by generative AI, and
Mhm.
then you can concentrate on whatever the universe is throwing at you.
Yes. Yeah. Even like a blog post, for example, it just writes it in seconds.
Yes.
Which would take another person, which would take a person hours. all sorts of things. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, productivity wise, it just
Yes.
a thousand times
Right. Yeah. I
faster.
mean, I totally agree with you. I used to be against it for a bit, but you cannot fight the algo,
No, exactly. Yeah.
and we are sort of slave to algorithm in the sense that you put whatever you want to say in your own distinct voice, but let the generative AI come up with something that scrolls through the trackers, Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, and I have experienced myself firsthand that yeah, it does get more traction. Again, that requires a level of creativity as well as to what you are feeding into it. Like you just
Yes.
rightfully said, that
Yeah.
it depends upon what your prompts are.
The quality of the prompts. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah, prompt engineering. I listened to a talk yesterday about this amazing AI expert called Elliot Johnson,
Mm,
and it was specifically for solopreneurs. He's on Instagram, and he's got some like a content. He's just focusing a whole 2 hours on content generation through AI, and prompt engineering as well, which would be really good. So he's amazing, and he's so passionate
mhm.
about AI. It really comes through. He's a great presenter. So yeah, I was engaged for the whole 2 hours, which was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah, because it's again, it's all about quality because it's very hard. I wrote a book on automation back in 2018 called Automation versus Autocracy,
Right.
which I had predicted that, somebody is gonna take over uh, a social media outlet, and then, it's gonna influence the governmental structure, which happened with when Elon Musk took over Twitter. And
Right.
yeah, and he just within months changed the landscape of the public sentiment. And
Hmm.
yeah, so it's amazing in the sense that basically the AI is a glorified form of automation. And in that book, I had written that back in the days in 2016, when there was some problem in your PayPal, nobody could unlock it or override it, just like in a conventional bank. If there is a problem, the manager comes in, overrides the situation, and then the system is out. But in AI, where the system cures itself,
Hmm.
the transactions with the whatever XYZ passage of time, then you get into a situation where you are totally helpless.
Hmm.
But then I say that it is the human beings who are responsible for pushing the system in that chaos.
Hmm.
It's all the fraudulent transactions and phishing going on, and all this malicious activity that leads towards AI backfiring. Likewise, in those days, there was this keyless entry coming in hotels. Just from your cell phone, you just check in. I used to work in hospitality as well, in the front office at Sheraton and Marriott when I was, in my high school. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was totally a game changer in the sense that everything was hands off, and you actually did not require human interaction at all. And of course, the advent of Uber, where the conventional cab was, thrown away, and people were committing suicides in New York because their
Oh
livelihood, yeah,
dear.
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah,
The yellow cabs.
because their livelihood was at stake. They
That's
were,
so sad.
yeah, they were attacking Uber drivers whenever, because in those days the vehicle recognition options were not there, so they used to write Uber on, on a piece of paper or take a printout and stick it at the front or back of their cars. And whenever these cab drivers used to spoil these cars, they used to throw stuff at it. So
Oh,
yeah, but in hindsight, it was all about efficiency, and it was all about the the fallacies or the shortcomings of human beings that required automation initially, and now it has achieved power of a level where even complex information can be applied if thrown at AI, and it can give you solutions that are more uh, again allocatively efficient, and in terms of efficacy delivers more standardized outputs that satisfy our specific needs as entrepreneurs, because what we are looking for at a given time, sometimes we don't know ourselves, but we need to make sense out of it, and generative AI really helps in that.
yeah, agree. Um, Also, speaking of another gentleman guy helping, what I'm working on at the moment is I trained as an image consultant, so that's advising people on clothes and accessories and colors. And so I was thinking of a business idea
Hmm.
a few months ago, and there's a web app called billpad.io,
Okay.
um, started by two brothers and it's brilliant. So it's an AI app, and you just tell it your interests and everything, and then it just gives you it just encourages or discourages the idea, and it validates it as well by scrolling, crawling through the internet, Reddit especially, and saying yes, this is a genuine problem, or no, it's not a genuine problem.
Oh.
So that's a really good one, and then they've expanded it, so it will take you through the whole journey from
Hmm.
launch onwards. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, Reddit itself is amazing. I like, I think it's an antidote to AI in some sense, in terms
yes,
of providing you organic reading material, and
yes.
people,
Yeah,
pitching.
genuine opinions.
Yes,
Yeah,
and pitching
yeah,
their concerns, and then they get responses of it. But I think there is still a lot of room, like you just mentioned about this app or this idea, for
yeah,
distilling or filtering.
yeah.
Because a lot of it is very old fashioned, as much like also you find in Quora as well,
Hmm.
in a similar way. However, there is huge potential in terms of growth, and somebody has to come up and take that flagship ownership, because this is one side which may become irrelevant if there are the strides are not there from the Reddit team as well, because Reddit has become a huge bridge, sort of, in terms of what you can find on Wikipedia to generative AI. It's like the walking bridge between them,
Yeah,
but it may need some sort of reinvention or reforms or improvement or enhancement, not only in terms of the look or the interface, but also the lifestyle shift. It is overdue now in context of these blogging sites.
hmm, yeah. Sure. Mm.
So tell me, I read in your profile that you were into show business as well at some point.
Yes, yeah. I was a model and extra for a while. I was signed to a commercial agency to do adverts. I don't know for um I'm just thinking about a whiskey name. I've forgotten now what it's called. Um, and I did some freelance stuff as well, so that was a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
then COVID kind of shut that down really more than anything else. Yeah, so the model union they were called the agency I was with, and they shut down. So,
Mm.
but it was really fun. It was a good experience.
Yes, that because that's also part of our attention span, and in terms of the commercial aspect of it is, you get entranced into buying processes when you are presented with uh, you know advertising campaigns that are plausible, and they are satisfying your the customer needs, so to say, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So tell me, your learning curve has been extremely fast, and you know I mean, from learning coding to application, you took a very small time. So tell me how you.
Claude.ai helped a lot with that. It generates code in seconds. What would take me days just took it seconds. So yeah, I've just been working on this current app for about 6 weeks now. I'm just fixing some bugs.
Mhm,
Um, I don't think there's I just joined ChatGPT Pro,
mhm.
so hopefully it will help with the bug fixing a lot more than it has been because it's been quite complicated so far. But
Yeah.
yeah, just doing it so quickly is because of Claude mainly.
Right.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, ChatGPT or other generative AI can create codes for things that exist. But
yeah,
if you, for example, yeah, you are creating, some sort of innovation into it, then you require some, y- as an entrepreneur as well, your offering should differentiate in some way, uh,
yeah,
whatever is existing.
yeah.
So how do you tackle that part of it when, for example, I saw this amazing app called Cal AI. When you, if you can take picture of the things and what you are about to eat, it tells you, number of calories. And these,
That's amazing, isn't
yeah,
it?
these guys are really
Incredible.
doing really
Yeah,
good and selling millions in every month. But they were originally coders for young coders like prodigies sort of, but they also used deployed chat gpt for this their app. So tell me, how does it work? For example, if somebody wants to deploy these AI tech for creating new twists and turns, how do you overcome that obstacle? No problem. Oh yeah. So we were discussing that, that I think generative AI is going to push more people into more creative jobs, and
hmm
that's I think more overall satisfaction in life as well, because it has been proven that people who pursue their passion have more fulfilled have more fulfillment in life. and
Yes.
if we can focus or direct our energies towards a more purposeful thing in life, then you tend to feel have more sense of achievement and fulfillment and satisfaction. And I think
hmm
yeah, generative AI is doing just that, that it's just breaking down the complex task and doing the heavy lifting for you. and
Yeah.
and then anyone can come up with, have an idea, and then use generative AI for such solutions.
Yeah.
However, when as an entrepreneur, like I said, it's always a challenge, and that is thing, I think that's the forte for, or the winning point for every entrepreneur, where they tailor their offering, and then offer an enhanced solution or improvised offering. So
hmm
yeah, so how do you, because usually what happens is that in terms of combinations and patterns, generative AI can spin out material that it can, of course, process from all over the internet, and whatever is available. But entrepreneurship is more about differentiation, however little it may be. So, what is your take on that?
Differentiation, sorry, you mean, did you
Yes,
say?
differentiation like customizing any product. For example, Uber came up with the basic idea, and then Lyft, kind of a Me Too product, but
Yeah.
differentiation.
My latest thing is automating the image consultation. So it's a lot quicker and a lot cheaper
Mhm.
because I don't have to spend 2 or 3 hours with one client at a time. It can be
Yes.
done at scale. So that's also something I really wanted, was something I could scale and didn't have to put physical hours into, because I wanted
Right.
that passive income. So that it's a novel idea. I don't think there's anything out there that's automated this so far.
Okay.
So that's quite exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a color analysis side of it as well. And I'm hoping Elliot Johnson, the AI guru, I think I'm hoping that he'll do the color analysis as an enhanced AI, because I have no idea how to do that. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's quite exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I also, when I did my Google machine learning and deep learning, certificate, we were taught the same. Scanning through the images and let AI, find the similarities and differences, and then and I think we are very close. Uh, I think we can already scam through, just put in any person's name, and then, all the images will show up, even if, their name is not embedded in the file name. So
yeah,
we are already on the way. And I was 2 years back. I think I wrote even an article on LinkedIn. It should still be there. I believe that we can create a combination of process Mozart's or Beethoven's music and come up with more symphonies, and they are already doing it. They're creating
yeah.
a combination of Metallica and
I
Michael
think with
Jackson.
art, though, it's really nice to have that human aspect. I think that's the beauty of art, that there's a human behind it, really. So
Yes.
I'm not really all for art created by AI at all. I
Yeah.
wouldn't read a novel if it was created by AI, for example,
I
because you
mean,
can't connect with the human
I
that
know,
created.
but for example, classical music, Western classical, so to say, which is very, algorithmic in its context, in terms of patterns and in terms of calculations and time signatures and all. So, I mean, for example, there's no way Beethoven is going to make any more stuff. So, just to create new
Yes, that's a good
combos.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. For example,
in that
Miles Davis.
way, yeah,
Yeah, Miles
unexpected.
Davis is gone. So if I want to hear something fresh from Miles Davis or Jimi Hendrix, or people, or maybe Nirvana coming up with a new song, Kurt Cobain is gone. So this is a new way. I also spun out an idea of, maybe it's a high time that we are able to deduce what whales are communicating, from long distance. There's this thing. And similarly, I think now,
Yeah.
yeah, now probably.
Dolphins as well. They've got a
Yes.
dolphin AI,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
and
Right.
another creature as well. I can't remember which one, but yeah, it's really really interesting, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
And now probably we can clone, more accurately, because when it comes to nurturing a psyche and enriching the mind, it takes time, and you cannot just manufacture it. But
yeah.
I think with the AI, generative AI, we can definitely have more data to process, and then come up with clones that don't become a nightmare.
Mm. Do you mean cloning people?
Yes, yes.
Oh wow,
Or
I don't know
organ
how ethical that would be though.
or organs, just
Yeah,
you know
yeah, organs would be amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it can be, I mean, it was always scary, and it was always kept under, shoved under the rug, or there were a lot of strict regulations. But with all these stem cell therapies, that are available, in countries where it's not regularized or standardized so much or regulated, AI can definitely add value. For example, same as with the I did this course with called AI in law. So I don't know if the AI needs law or the law needs AI, because in a lot of cases there is the judges basic or the jury basically depends on the circumstantial evidence. And
Hmm.
if the lawyer is smart enough to quote anything from past, then it's good.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it goes into that, so to say, dark hole or black hole where there is a lot of uncertainty. So I
Yeah.
think whether it is British law, which is mostly all over the world, there have been colonies, or the American law, or the European law in general, can they can always seek advice from AI.
Yeah, you can just put in the case that you have in front of you, and it'll bring up all the presidents.
Yes, that's
That would
right.
be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That's
Instead
right.
of having to remember everything. I think they can look things up now. I think there is a similar system, but it's probably going to be a lot more complex, isn't it? So yeah,
Yes.
and a lot more efficient.
Yes, because I mean, I regularly search for penal codes and all these, things, because right now, again, we are at the junction of history
Hmm.
where, the entire. You used to see those books in the lawyer's office.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody knew what was in that, and
yeah.
but now you just type your prompt and query, and you get a lot of responses. So
Yes,
I
yeah.
think the judges also can deploy AI, or lawmakers, because laws unfortunately is lagging a lot,
Hmm.
whether it in terms of regulating the technologies, or which is good and bad. But every time EU, or England, checks something, then the terms and conditions are again updated in the US as well, where all these technologies are coming. So
Right.
yeah, so I think there should be a system where based on, like you said, precedents, and also human behavior, in general. There was this movie Minority Report back in 2001 or 2,
Hmm.
by Tom Cruise, where they used to
Hmm.
charge a person for a crime even before it had happened and it was in the head. So that's a little far-fetched, but what I'm saying
Yeah.
saying is that these are some areas where we can definitely embark on, and we can really look into, and like you mentioned, make the process more efficient, and then the quality of outcomes will definitely improve with the passage of time.
Hmm.
Same is about, I think, medical technologies as well. They are using robots to do remote operations, surgeries, and also this guy Brian Johnson is working on biohacking, and reversing his age. And
Oh, yes, yeah.
yeah, so he's using these technologies for streamlining plasma, or the transfusion that he gets regularly to, it doesn't look healthy or young to me. uh,
But
yeah.
probably at a cellular level, he is, I guess. And the
So
tech pros say they're going to live to 300, don't they? They have said that, haven't they?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, instead of creating a pill, which they were working for a long time, but they are just directly working on targeting the health aspects of it. But again, it looks, I mean, he claims that he is biologically 18 years old, but it doesn't look, because he just doesn't look healthy or fresh. He looks, made up like a doll sort of a thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't look healthy. So I think, yeah, it is good, again, in context of attention economy. It's a good way to seek traction and get the eyeballs, but because again, perception is always bigger than reality
Hmm.
when it comes to attention. However, reality is, it doesn't change. What's real is actually real.
Hmm.
Our there are paradigm shifts happening all the time, but in terms of the grassroots reality, the ground reality is always that prevails.
Hmm. That's
So
true.
yeah, so what are your upcoming plans in context of, or how you first tell me how you keep yourself motivated as a solopreneur, because there are so much distraction, as you know, we are in a wave of attention spiraling up and down. How
Yeah.
you keep yourself motivated?
I think having a routine is really important. Kind of blocking out the days, working a normal 9 to 5 hours really helps Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Just because then you're with the rest of society as well, which is nice. Otherwise, it can get quite isolating. And then you set that time aside to do X, Y, Z. So, and if you really enjoy, you're passionate about what you're doing, then it comes easily, doesn't it, to
Right,
to,
right.
to work on
Yep,
something.
yep, yep.
I think the suspected autism helps as well
Yes.
because, like I said, I can get quite obsessive about things. So, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely correct, because people tell me that you don't look your age. I tell them because I've never worked. Uh,
all right.
I,
Because
I,
you've enjoyed what you've done.
I was a copywriter when I was 24, and since then, the journey has been improving, to this point. So when your passion is your profession, every day is a paid vacation. So
Yeah, somebody else said that as well, wasn't it? Was it Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs was extremely obsessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did he say you won't work a day in your life if you love
Yes,
what you
somebody
do?
said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
famous said that. Yeah, it's a famous quote.
Yeah, it's true. It's soul destroying, isn't it, when you don't enjoy what you're doing and you're doing it 40 plus hours a week.
Right, right.
Yeah, absolutely soul
And then
destroying.
even if you are strolling in your bed, I think it's again, an entrepreneur, you are just looking into the space and you are working on something. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the terms of what's called as but I agree with you. Habits are extremely, we are our habits, and if there is a routine that we stick to, then you see verifiable progress with the passage of time.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So, Vicky, thank you so much for your time, and
You're welcome.
thank you for educating us, or sharing your journey with us, and informing us of the strides and how we can utilize AI, generative AI, so to say, because there is a lot of chaos, there is a lot of fear that robots are going to take over, or the Terminator will be here, or
Yeah.
Robocops will be there. Yeah, they are deploying these technologies, but as long as you remain inventive and you just have a shared joy of life, or want to do things your own way,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun, and it
Yeah.
already is, and it's gonna only get better.
Yeah, agree. I know it's going to get a lot better. We'll live a lot longer. We'll have a lot more time to ourselves. It'll be great. And
Yeah,
like, I think Elon Musk said, as long as we keep the robots kind of smaller and skinnier, so weigh less than us and we can overpower them, we'll be fine.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the US, there is this a strange revolution that's going on with all these technocrats on top now, and there are questions and concerns as well, and I think that's healthy. It's always needed to keep
Mm.
everything, the power in check,
Mm.
which is always, I always say that a disagreement or an opposition is always a mode for growth. If two people are agreeing, one is useless. So if everybody's coming in with the original ideas, And like entrepreneur, you would definitely agree with me that reducing cost or being cost efficient is always helpful to enhance your bottom line. and uh,
Yeah.
and that's what these people are doing, because they have created empires, whether it is Jeff Bezos, whether it is Elon Musk, whether it is Bill Gates, on both sides of the aisle. But And again, it shouldn't be a partisan issue or objective, because essentially, whether it is trickle down economy or bottom up economy, it's all geared towards enriching the common man.
Hmm.
This revolution, where the technocrats have a lot more say in how the economy should work, because the conventional political model usually strives on lawmakers, basically, and then
Hmm.
they reform laws based on whatever is required in the society. But over here, for once, it's beyond the establishment or the political intelligence here. And now technocrats are making uh, s- coming up with solutions which have lifestyle impacts. And
Hmm.
that's the key for any entrepreneur, that come up with products that have a lifestyle impact and a lifestyle shift, so to say. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting, in the way that whether how Mark Cuban is anxious about AI, or Elon Musk is using it on all directions. So it's going to optimize everything at the end of the day, which is a good sign. And I think the same effect can be with information sharing, or with being on the information highway. It's very easy to import ideas from anywhere in the world and implement them, because you have references. So yeah, it was very nice again talking to you, and
Thank you, and you.
we stay in touch on LinkedIn. And thank you so much for your time.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you as well. It's been really fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Goodbye.
cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.